What is up, everybody? How's it going? It is Monday night. That means it is time to crack open a cold one and join us in the comments for the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma. I am your host with the Locks That Rocks, Adam Richmond, and we are so glad to have you here with us. So tell me, folks, how was your weekend? We had a lot of stuff that was going on around the area, including Rock the Equinox 2025 for their 10th edition. And let me tell you, it was eventful, and we will talk about that here in a little bit. We are also going to be reliving a little bit of Rocklahoma. We've got another interview for you, as well as what else comes up in the comments. We've also got some musical features for you. We've been looking to get back into the rock box. However, with the festival season over the last month or so, and just some of the joys that interruptions you deal with by playing music on a social media platform, we haven't been able to play as much music lately, so we're going to get back into the swing of that. We've got a couple, including She Hates Me Not, because they have a major announcement this week, and we are so proud of the boys. Now, we also have one that came straight from the Rock Box after we visited with them at Rock the Equinox Saturday. We've got one from Storage 24, and I'm so excited to share those tunes with you folks. So in the meantime, let's see what we've got going in the comments. I see my co-hostess with the mostest, Christy Grost of Camp Mardi Gras, is in the comments. Also, our proud partner, Rebel, of Photography by Angel Lee. What is up, Kay? I see Hillbilly Sarah Walker, Evil Ben Knievel. What is up, Jennifer? By the way, I want to thank Camp Red Baron et al. For giving me some threads to rock this week. We appreciate that. A lot of love to our friends at Camp Red Baron et al. And to my understanding, what were they, the second in the Rocklahoma Bitches Best Campsite contest this year, if I remember correctly. Congratulations for placing in that contest, y'all. And congratulations to the Rocklahoma Bitches for their Rocklahoma Late Nights. You know what? Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about those sponsors while we're at it. First up, let's go ahead and talk about our one of our longest running sponsors. I'm talking about DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life?
I want to rock!
And rock he did at the DEB concert stage inside the Roadhouse, as well as my understanding he was also one of the major sources of powering the Renegade stage as well. And I believe he's got some things in the works coming up. Oh, he does. We can't wait to see what him and one of our other sponsors, we'll mention them both in this one, as they've got an awesome event coming up in November, and it will be announced tomorrow. So make sure you tune in to KMOD's Big Mad Morning Show, as they will be talking about the Cancer Sucks show, and we are so awesome. We're so proud of those folks. It is such a great cause, and it is one near and dear to my heart, so I will be there as usual, and we hope to see all of you guys attend the Cancer Sucks benefit as they raise funds for such a great cause as we battle that. Also want to give a shout out to At Your Service Rentals. Now remember, folks, These are the only folks that I know of where you can get your own portable restroom for your campsite for not only Rocklahoma and Born and Raised Country Music Festival. You can also get your own swimming pool with crisp, clean water, as well as, oh my gosh, trying again. But we appreciate them supporting us for so long. So remember, folks, you don't want to be caught out like that guy. Much love to all of the Pooh crew from At Your Service Rentals. And also, we were talking a bit about one of our other sponsors who had an awesome late nights, the Rocklahoma Bitches late nights at Rocklahoma. And we got some folks who wanted to give a shout out because you know what?
Hey, this is Diamond Dave with Van Halen. Rocklahoma, bitches.
Oh, I love getting those, and those folks always loved yelling that out. Rocklahoma bitches, man. Now, we also want to give a shout out to Rockavet, one of our friends and fine folks who have been giving back and helping us facilitate getting concert passes and festival passes to veterans, the fine folks who put it all on the line for all of us, the veterans, the active service men and women, as well as first responders. Now remember, if you are a veteran and a musician and you would like to audition or send a demo to play the first ever Rockavet festival, which is going to be taking place Memorial Day weekend 2026, the email address is there on your screen, rockavet1@gmail.com. Any musicians that have veterans in their lineup, make sure that you guys apply because they would like to give you first consideration. Also, we want to give a shout out to the Big O Bus, bringing a busload of debauchery to a festival near you. And they showed up and showed out this weekend at Rock the Equinox, debuting their new expanded stage. And wow, was that thing freaking cool. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like at the next festival when we get even bigger crowds of rowdy, rambunctious people ready to hump on that pole, because that pole was upgraded, folks. That's a legit one. And I'm not going to lie, I did. I jumped on it and gave it a spin and spun so fast it sent my magnet off. So if you guys got some videos of yourselves or one of your friends on there, as long as it's okay with them, shoot us an email. We'd like to share some of the fun from the festival. We also want to give a shout out to one of our excuse me, how could I miss? We want to give a shout out to our proud partner and sponsor, Photography by Angel Lee. And speaking of Angel, check this out. She has just recently dropped some more photos, including Born and Raised. Those all came out last week. And she was telling me earlier that she's got a whole lot more photos that are about to drop. And one of my favorite folders in here, as much as I love to see all of the bands she shot, my favorite is to go in here and look at all of our friends in the true rock stars folder. The real rock stars, that rather. Be sure to remember, folks, tag yourself, tag your friends, but if you share, always tag your photographer, and that is Photography by Angel Lee. We also want, speaking of veterans, Angel is also a proud veteran as well. Also, another sponsor who is a veteran-owned business is Metalcore Clothing. They are where you can get our official t-shirts presently. You can find the link in the comments. We want to thank them for hooking us up with our threads for all of our festivals this year, as we were selling at the Turf festivals as well as a few concerts as well. We also want to give a huge shout out to Paulette Haas, the realtor that rocks. Remember, folks, don't just get you a house that kicks house from the realtor that rocks, Paulette Haas. And with that being said, folks, on one of our other favorite sponsors, we like to have him. We like to crack open a cold one in their honor. So, on behalf of Prior Liquor, Wines, and Spirits, cheers, everybody. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was needing. Now I don't feel like I'm all tongue-tied and tongue-twisted.
Giggity.
So, we had an awesome weekend, and I'm so glad Lori is also in the comments. What's up, Lori? And first up, before we get started and before we really talk about anything, I want to give a colossal congratulations and to not only Lori Badass Brass, but all of the team. Too many to name, and if I don't want to leave anyone out, so I just want to say the entire crew of the Rock the Equinox Festival in Stigler, Oklahoma deserve huge applause and thank yous for putting up with everything they put up with, for investing all of the time that they invest in planning this festival every year. They've been doing it for 10 years, and I haven't missed one in 6 years. I thought I was going to miss it this year, and as I actually had a homecoming that my daughter was a part of this past weekend, and unfortunately for her, some of her stuff got canceled Saturday, which freed up my schedule, which allowed me to come out and head down to Stigler. I missed most of the events, but I was still able to show up and see a couple of bands and get to see a lot of you folks, a lot of our local family, our rock family, as well as finally get to relax. Now, we do what we do because we absolutely love it. But whenever we are at Rocklahoma and born and raised, we make the best of every opportunity we are given, and we were given a lot this year. But at Rock the Equinox, it was just so wonderful for me to be able just to chill out and hang out and attend a festival and enjoy being there and enjoy the company and not having to run around everywhere. And it was an amazing time. Now, that being said, we do have to address a few things because things happen, and so we're going to get these out of the way because there's so many good things about that festival that I don't want a few of what ended up being bad apples to have spoiled the reputation of a bunch, which, to be honest, is sterling reputation. They've never had an issue in 10 years. And apparently I missed like all of the hubbub. Again, this is why I'm not a professional media or reporter guy, because I always miss all the good stuff. But in this case, it wasn't as something that they had ever seen or dealt with. Now, the fine folks that put on the festival, they are prepared for just about every situation. However, in 10 years and hosting as many people as they host, as well as many bands as they host, eventually stuff is going to happen. And this year, unfortunately, it did. So there was a couple of incidents that took place at the festival. Now, these incidents were isolated. The folks have been identified, and things are they are processing them. Or excuse me, hold on, I had a pop up there. They have been identified. Things were dealt with, and I do have to say that if you go to a public place, especially one that has been telling, or is proud to be a family environment, and you find yourself succumbing to whatever anger issues you may have, or unable to control yourself, it's best that you not come, because in this incident, you jeopardized an entire festival with your behavior on Friday night. And fortunately, what the local PDs are aware of the festival, and they know they've never ever had an issue before. And once we had one more call that day, Saturday, unfortunately, it almost looked like it got suspended. A wonderful band had to suspend their performance, unfortunately. But because they have the measures that they have in place, and they are prepared, they have staff that are identified, they have walkies, and we do have a good crowd. And as I said, the folks who did cause disturbances, they will not be back. They're not welcome to be back. And there is a zero tolerance for causing any kind of issue at a festival such as this. This is how we keep it free. This is how we are able to get bands to come out. This is how we are able to get wonderful vendors who want to come down and experience the festival and be a part of it. And fortunately for everyone involved, everybody understood that sometimes you get a few bad apples in a bunch. Now, once they were removed and we were able to demonstrate that there would be no more issues, thankfully, the local PD will allow us to resume the festival, and we picked right back up, and we finished out strong, and it was an amazing event. Now, me, like I said, I got there on Saturday. I never saw anything negative go on at all, and that's my takeaway from this festival is, despite, one hiccup, it was an amazing festival. There were a lot of awesome things that happened there. The bus was absolutely awesome. Everybody had fun. The food vendors were amazing. That's always one of my favorite things to do every year I go out there, is try the food. Also, there was an amazing event from some of our friends, and I am so proud to introduce to you our proud newlyweds of Camp Rock of Love, Misty and Chris. They had a wonderful wedding out there, and we are so proud. I'm so sorry I missed it, but it looked wonderful. I see a lot of photos out there. Shout out to Beck Pics for capturing some of the photos from the whole festival. Make sure you go check her out on Facebook. I'm sure she'll be releasing those soon. Now, also, in addition to that awesome wedding, there was also a fun contest, which include a homemade cardboard boat contest. And congratulations to Shannon for her sunflower vessel, which made it a full lap around the obstacle or the predetermined area, and she did win by a pretty substantial lead. So congratulations to Shannon Bollinger for winning that contest. That was awesome. Now, also, folks, again, remember, this is a free festival. They've been doing it for 10 years, and I can't wait to see what they bring for us next year. Now, I will tell you, I did get to meet some new bands, some old bands, some bands that we've been following for a long time, and one of those bands is very excited to announce that they will be making an appearance this week at the Whiskey A Go-Go, our own She Hates Me Not collection of some extremely talented young gentlemen. And man, they bring the thunder every time they perform, and they are on their way right now to Sunset Strip to play at the Whiskey A Go-Go this year, or this week. They're going to be opening for the band Prong. And I tell you what, they dropped this single earlier this year. So I tell you what, let's give it up for She Hates Me Not. And that was She Hates Me Not with Life at Fault. Give it up, studio audience. Yes, that's right. Let's also one more round. Give it up for the boys at She Hates Me Not, because they are making their debut this week at the Whiskey. That is so awesome, man. For me, that's always something I've seen as that is like a venue that you have to play. Like once you get legit, man, that's just one you've got to be able to make it. And for that band and the style of music that they play, being able to go down and hit Sunset Strip, that is so awesome. Congratulations, guys, and safe travels, and be good for all of us. You know what, folks, and when we weren't, before Rock the Equinox, we had a couple of other festivals that we attended and covered. One of those, of course, was Rocklahoma Labor Day weekend. And from what I've seen, the figure showed at an attendance around 77,000 people. That is absolutely amazing. That's not bad for your first year being 100% self-produced. So I want to give another huge congratulations to Sharon and Dave and everybody associated with both Rocklahoma and Born and Raised, as though both festivals can't be seen as anything less than a success. And one of our good friends at DEB concerts, he loves to keep the a certain spirit alive in the DEB concert stage. One of the acts that Doug brings to the DEB stage every couple of years is a tribute band here and there, because he's got to keep that spirit alive. Now, one of these bands has been getting a lot of accolades from across the board, including the actual blessing from the band for whom they are a tribute. They absolutely killed it at Rocklahoma this year, and we were able to sit down with Van Halen.
I am your host with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and this is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma, and I am joined by some amazing musicians right now that plays all your favorite hits. Van Halen. What's up, guys? How's it going? Are we on? Are we live here? Oh yeah, we are live. Hello. Hello. Yeah, we're glad to be here this year once again here doing the Deb stage. This is fantastic. The heat here, the humidity, the natives are restless once again this year, 2025. And we've been completely honored again to play here at the fantabulous fucking rock and roll fest original Rocklahoma. Van Halen takes the stage, right, Edward? Yeah. Yay! I'm Ernie Baru, ELR myself. I play Diamond Dave, as you can see, the Spicoli hair. And you, my friend?
I try to play Eddie Van Halen. Nobody in the world can play Eddie Van Halen, but I give it one hell of a shot. Paying tribute, celebrating the one and only Edward, Derek Fuller.
And behind me in the car here, the back seat, we got my good friend on the badass bass guitar,
Michael Fanthony.
Yeah. And, we can't forget the guy behind the heavy artillery right here behind me. I don't know, he's breathing hard on my neck here.
Alex Van Halen.
Yes. Michael.
I had to look behind me.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun. As you can see, the rock and roll has started here on the main stage. And, like I said, the natives are getting restless, man. They want to hear something good, something great, and it's great right now on stage. But at 7:20, We're going to do an airstrike on the Deb stage with the rock and roll of the mighty Van Halen with Van Halen. Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. You guys have got this stuff down. You guys are ready. I am so ready to catch this set over at the DEB concert stage. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Doug Burgess at the DEB concert stage, who is rocking the Roadhouse stage over here at Rocklahoma. Van Halen, look at you guys, just so jazzed and ready to perform tonight.
Don't screw it up.
So tell me a little bit thus far, what has jumped out at you since you have arrived here at Rocklahoma? You got any stories thus far?
Yeah, I was here last night, in fact, and I saw what jumped out at me was these women where they're wearing nothing but electrical tape over their nipples, and that's
enough for price of admission, my friends.
Is it not? So you guys have played all over. Tell me some of what the vibe's like in your travels abroad.
Man, we're performing Van Halen music, right? We're celebrating one of the world's greatest rock and roll bands to ever exist. Certainly America's best rock and roll band. So when we go all over, all points of the world, right? We've played in Japan, we've played in Europe, we've played in South America, we've played in Canada. Van Halen speaks to everybody around the world. So we are welcomed. It's an amazing experience to be able to walk in and people just admire that band so much that we feel that love. Every night when we're on stage, we feel that love. It's like, it's so rewarding for all of us, truly.
So tell me, how long have you guys been traveling together and playing together? What was that? One more time?
What time is it?
What time is it?
We've been doing this together for almost 20 years, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we were in our 30s when we started this. Who would have thought?
Oh my gosh, what a ride it's been.
It's been amazing.
Now, I did catch you all on Spotify, actually. So you guys are on the streaming media and stuff. Is it? Do you guys feel a pressure to come out with some of your own originals in the style of what you guys cover?
You know, we've kicked that around for sure. We've kicked that around, but you know, those guys. You know, I'm not trying to. They not only were they the most amazing musicians, obviously Eddie and Alex and Michael certainly, but those guys could write songs, right?
Right.
So maybe with some help from AI, maybe we'll do it. But you know, those guys are just uber talented, and we're just honored to play their music.
I like it.
Creating some old Kinks songs, some old songs. Van Halen kind of was a cover band. They got their groundwork as young musicians on the Sunset Strip in California. Doing covers, appeasing the crowds with rock and roll that they were familiar with. And so, they turned that Kinks song, "You Really Got Me," into something massive, right? And so they kind of put their own twist on it. And that was the idea, I think they kind of set the stage for a lot of bands doing that, going forward. But I would love to play around with some Kinks songs with Van Halen and some stuff that people are familiar with, the same way Van Halen did, And, we're the imitators. They were the innovators. They took it to the next level. I always remember what Dave said. He said, this is basically what we're creating here is high energy folk music, and this is, they were always appeasing the working man, and they appreciated it. They asked Dave, early on, Dave, you've come, they asked him, they told him, hey, you've come so far, man. He goes, no, I didn't. I came 12 feet from the audience to the stage, so I always admired that and respected that comment, and I kind of use it into my thinking with the bands that we play with that are, doing the same thing. But I kind of put ourselves in a different position because we're fans. The moniker for Van Halen is fans just like you. We're not any bigger or better or under or over or on top and downside. We're just celebrating the rock and roll of Van Halen, man.
You know,
I tell people this. I say, listen, we're not a tribute band. We are time travelers. We're going to take you back to 1978, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and you're going to come along with us, and you're going to go, holy crap, I remember when I was dating this beautiful blonde. Summer, man, we went down to the concert, and man, I got laid for the first time in the back of a Gremlin. That's what we're doing. That's our show, is to bring you back. Time travel. Jump on board.
I love it. You know, I learned a lot as I was trying to imitate the host. I watched Wayne's World way too many times, and I said, you know what? They're not going to hire me. I'm going to do it myself. I want to do, and so I love that spirit and the way. And as my wife always says, fake it till you make it. Well, at least that works for her anyway. So let me ask you guys this. We're going to watch you guys at 7:20. What's next for Van Halen?
Man, we're off everywhere. We're heading to Illinois. We're heading to New York on Sunday. Actually, tomorrow we're heading to New York. So we play all over the country, and we have an amazing schedule coming ahead of us. Playing a lot of Las Vegas, playing just anywhere you could imagine. We're there. Mexico. Oh yeah, we're down in Cabo San Lucas when Sammy Hagar's having his big birthday bash. We're down there. Sammy invited us to his party. We're going to go down there and party with him, and we're also going to be playing a few local cantinas down in Cabo San Lucas. So we're looking forward to that for sure.
Oh my gosh! Talk about a dream come true. Congratulations, fellas.
Thank you.
So I know you guys are busy, and I know the music's about to start. So before I let you guys go, I like to wrap up every interview by letting my artists take a moment to look at the camera and directly acknowledge your fans, the folks who are going to watch you tonight, and the folks who are listening to you on their streaming media platforms. Van Halen, the stage is yours.
Thank you. I tell you what. Tonight is the night where your whole world may change, ladies and gentlemen, especially you ladies out there. Come on close. In front of your naked, steaming eyes, you will see and hear the bounty of rock and roll tonight at the Deb stage, 7:20. We love you, baby.
Give a scream.
Oh my gosh, that was epic. That's got to be one of the coolest sign-offs ever.
All right.
Nice.
I love it. All right, so for Van Halen, I'm Adam Richmond, the host with the Locks That Rocks. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, surviving Rocklahoma. Until next time, rock on.
And that was the boys from Van Halen. And when I tell you they were an absolute blast to hang out with, that is by no means an understatement. They were so awesome. And listening to him give me some lessons on working on my heavy metal scream, I'm getting there. But until next time we see them, I might be ready by the next time they play. So if you ever get the opportunity to check out Van Halen, make sure that you do it. And I can't wait to see them again. And once again, thank you so much, Doug, for keeping the spirit of the glam metal, hair metal, and all of those legendary artists alive. He was also one of the folks who hooked us up with the legendary, the queen of rock, Lita Ford, as well as the infamous Sebastian Bach. You can find those interviews as well as that one and everything else we've been doing. You can find our interviews on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you give it a subscribe. Now, let's see what's going on in the comments. What's up, Grinch? I see the Grinch is in the comments. How is it going? You know, we are starting to run a little low on time, so I think we are going to take full advantage of the gremlins not giving us any problems this stream, and we're going to play some more music. What do you say? So before we start wrapping things up, let's go ahead and dig into the Rock Box. Now, this one was sent by an artist that we interacted with this past weekend at Rock the Equinox in Stigler, Oklahoma, and from what I've heard from the folks that were giving me reviews and telling me what they thought of each of the bands, Storage 24 absolutely crushed it on stage, and I was so happy to be able to catch that performance as one of the few I was able to actually make it to, and they were absolutely a pleasure to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, Storage 24.
I'm sitting here, just drowning in my pain. I'm trying to pick up the pieces and wonder why you went away. I take a look in the mirror, it's a reflection of your face. This lonely feeling gets hard to fight away. My friends say I'm crazy for crying over you. They say, Fred, forget her and don't be nobody's fool. Yeah, I still can hear you say that you'll be gone by tomorrow. What's a man to do with all this pain you laid upon me? Yeah, now I can go on, maybe living without you. I deserve a reason why you walked away. Now baby, tell me one thing, why you do me wrong? 'Cause I was always there for you, no matter what came along. For me, I thought I knew you, you never leave my side. I guess that's why you killed me, that you were leaving me behind. I still can hear you say that you'll be gone by tomorrow. What's a man to do with all this pain you laid upon me? Yeah, now I can go on, baby, living without you. But I deserve a reason why you walked away. That you'll be gone by tomorrow. Tell me what to do with all this pain you laid upon me. Yeah, now I can go on, baby, living without you. But I deserve a reason why I walked away. I still can hear you say, oh baby. I still can hear you say,
And studio audience, give it up for Storage 24. Let me tell you, they absolutely crushed it at Rock the Equinox. And once again, I do want to thank Lori and the entire crew and everyone involved with that festival. And it is one that I am so honored and proud. And I will proudly continue to keep my logo, my sponsorship behind that festival, and I haven't missed one in 6 years, and I don't plan to start now. You know, it's festivals like that that allow us to interact with local and upcoming bands and unsigned artists that are out there grinding and out there just wanting to share their music as well as connect with their fans, and that will always be one of my favorite parts of that festival. Now remember, if you are a band and you would like to have your music featured on this podcast, well, it's simple. All you got to do is shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. We would love to see your EPK, which includes a little bit of a bio, maybe a picture of you guys to introduce yourselves, and give me a high quality recording, especially if it's a video or lyric video, so that we can see the words to go along with the music. We want to hear your story, so shoot them to us at by Rockin' the Box, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. And speaking of stories, have you seen a great band? Did you go to an awesome event and you would like to share your story? Well, shoot it to us as well. Send us an email. We'd love to share it either on our Facebook page or on our website. And veterans, if you would like to allow us to honor you, send us a photo of you in your uniform or in your service uniform, so that we can honor you by showing us your war face. You can shoot that. Once again, the email is survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. And you know, it doesn't matter how you are consuming this content. Whatever platform you're on, just do us a favor, shoot us, make sure you click that like and follow button, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube, as we will continue to drop exclusive content, including interviews, onto that YouTube channel. And we are also on anywhere that you get your podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and anywhere else that you get your podcasts. So with that being said, folks, we do want to say thank you. We appreciate you and your support all these years, 10 years we've been doing the podcast. And as we close out the festival season, we will probably be making a few less appearances so we can catch up on the real world and get back to taking care of things around the home and family things and stuff. But we will still be making a few appearances in the coming months. So we want you to continue joining us every week as we continue to cover the local music community. And on that note, folks, remember to stay on the positive side of life. And until next time, rock on.